Hello Cowboys Nation, welcome to another video, and without further ado, let's get to another round of news from America's team. Cowboys fans won't like where Mike McCarthy has set his sights to coach. Dallas Cowboys head coach Mike McCarthy could be coming up on his final game with the team on Sunday, January 5th, against the Washington Commanders. Considering that the Cowboys are 7-9 for the season and out of the playoffs, many NFL experts and analysts are predicting a breakup between McCarthy and the Cowboys come the end of the season. If the two do split, McCarthy is possibly interested in one prime head coaching opportunity with another NFC team. If McCarthy becomes a free agent coach after this weekend, ESPN expert and senior reporter Jeremy Fowler says the coach already has a new team picked out. It's a NFC rival, to boot. I've talked to multiple people who believe McCarthy, should he leave Dallas, could set his sights on Chicago, Jeremy Fowler stated in a January 2nd feature. McCarthy comes with a solid resume. He's coached in the NFC for 18 seasons, including 5 with the Cowboys and 13 with the Green Bay Packers. He's also a Super Bowl winner. He has more experience than some of the other buzzed-about coaching candidates, such as Ben Johnson from the Detroit Lions. Of course, there's no word on if the Chicago Bears have a similar interest in McCarthy. They've been linked to a range of coaching candidates, and with budding franchise quarterback Caleb Williams ready to learn and grow, a variety of coaches will likely be interested in the gig. Mike McCarthy gets emotional about the Cowboys. During a presser on Thursday, January 2nd, McCarthy was asked about Sunday's game possibly being his final game as the Cowboys head coach and his feelings about it. He seemed a bit emotional talking about the idea. "I'll be honest with you. I go to the stadium much earlier this time in my career than I used to," he said per John Machota of The Athletic. "I won a Super Bowl in that home locker room at AT&T Stadium." He added that he has a very strong emotional attachment, that it hits me every time I walk in there and every time I walk out, and that he's definitely aware of it. "I'm not thinking about it right now. But, yeah, I'm definitely in tune with that." Commanders' Cliff Kingsbury could be on Cowboys' list of Mike McCarthy replacements. When it comes to the Washington Commanders-Dallas Cowboys rivalry, all's fair in love, war and stealing coaches. A year ago the Commanders lost to the Cowboys at home in Week 18, missed the playoffs, fired their head coach, Ron Rivera, and nabbed his successor, Dan Quinn, from Dallas. This Sunday could be a surreal sequel. The Cowboys could lose to Washington in Week 18 at AT&T Stadium, then fire their head coach, Mike McCarthy, and nab his successor from Washington. That's right, the next head coach of the Cowboys could very well be on the sidelines for the regular season finale in Arlington. McCarthy? Definite maybe. Cliff Kingsbury? Throw his hat in the ring, too. McCarthy's contract expires after the game, and the Cowboys, who will enter an exclusive negotiating window until January 14th, may wind up signing him to a new contract. But with owner Jerry Jones and his cryptic messages, nothing is a done deal until it's signed and sealed. With that in mind, the list of potential McCarthy successors is being constructed. Bill Belichick is no longer on it, thanks to North Carolina. Deion Sanders is promising to stay put at Colorado. Supposed target Mike Vrabel this week interviewed with the New York Jets. And Jerry on Friday, sorta, shut down rumors about former NFL coach John Gruden as a candidate. ESPN NFL reporter Dan Graziano threw out an interesting name, former Cowboys and current Philadelphia Eagles offensive coordinator Kellen Moore. Another OC surely to draw interest after what should be a long playoff run is the Detroit Lions' Ben Johnson. An innovative offensive mind with long Texas ties might also become a candidate, Commanders' offensive coordinator Cliff Kingsbury. The 45-year-old was born in San Antonio, raised in New Braunfels, and coached at Texas A&M and Texas Tech, where he mentored a guy named Patrick Mahomes, before a failed 4-year stint as head coach of the Arizona Cardinals. This year he returned to the NFL on Quinn's staff in Washington, where he's helped a shocking playoff season by resurrecting the career of receiver Terry McLaurin and jump-starting a Rookie of the Year performance by quarterback Jayden Daniels. Should Cowboys draft phenom running back Cam Skattebo? The Dallas Cowboys have put off and run away from the prospects of facing the offseason for weeks now. A refusal to embrace an organic tank has earned the respect of many, but also cost them draft position. Regardless, their snake-bitten regular season will come to an end Sunday afternoon once they face the Washington Commanders. From that point, they have a series of financial and personnel decisions to execute if they hope to compete like they have the previous 3 seasons. Several of those moves will come in the NFL draft where the Cowboys can add help both offensively and defensively. One area of anticipated need remains at running back. Rico Dowdle has impressed this season, but could sign with another team at a higher price. Dallas has already released Ezekiel Elliott, leaving Deuce Vaughn the lone tailback on the depth chart. To solve that problem, many analysts have penciled in Heisman runner-up Ashton Jeanty as a first-round running back selection for the Cowboys. Jeanty grew up in Frisco, providing an immediate connection to the star. But the Cowboys could also use that pick for other needs, and running back may not be the top priority for this team. If they decide to hold on that position, Arizona State breakout star Cam Skattebo is a very enticing mid to late round option. Skattebo has flown up the draft boards this season, currently projected to go in the 3rd round. Following a dominant performance in the Big 12 championship game, he torched a Texas defense considered among the best in the sport. He totaled 143 rushing yards with 2 touchdowns, 99 receiving yards, and threw a 42-yard touchdown pass. Skattebo showed up in the box score, but the tape demonstrates his powerful and physical style. Now, with all those merits, his explosiveness and speed are questionable when it comes to translating his game to the professional level. Those are valid concerns and worth inspection if the Cowboys are looking to find their franchise guy in this year's class. But a player with a motor like Skattebo is hard to ignore, and he is on the rise at the most ideal time. The good news for Dallas: they have options abundant heading into the draft, and waiting on a player like Skattebo in the backfield, as we would urge, means they are likely adding an exceptional player to another spot on the roster early on.